Hello my loves, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading. This one is all about what you guys need to hear right now. This is some important messages, all about what you guys need to know. So if you guys are new to pick a card readings, I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of how they work. So over here we have pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing your pile, you can go ahead and scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card. And then you guys can skip ahead and watch your personal reading, all about what you guys need to hear right now. Some important messages. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and add some crystals on these cards. And I also do want to add a little disclaimer to let you guys know that whatever you hear in this pick a card reading is not your destiny. This is just the current energies upon where you're currently at. You have free will and you can change anything at any time if you ever hear something that you do not like, or you can keep going in the same direction if you hear something that you do like. Tarot is just a beautiful way of basically picking up on your current energies so you know where you're headed, and we can implement changes if we need to. So just so you guys know, you have free will, you are in charge of your destiny, you are the creator of your own destiny, and you can change anything at any time. So I do want to just add that in there. And if you guys like to choose with crystals below the cards, let's pop some crystals on there right meow. Alright, so if you guys like to choose with crystals, here are our crystal options. Over here we have some amethyst in the shape of a Merkaba, and then we have some tumbled selenite, and then we have a tumbled amethyst over here, and then we have a desert rose piece over here, and then we have some Lemurian quartz. So again, take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing your pile, you can go ahead and scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card, and then you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading, all about what you guys need to hear right meow. So without further ado, let's hop right into today's video. Alright, so group number 1, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading, all about what you guys need to hear right meow. So let's hop right into it. Alright, so group number 1, here's what we have for you guys. We have the 7 of Cups, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the King of Wands, we have the 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and the Moon. So lots of very interesting cards right here. I'm also going to try to focus on these because I just noticed that my camera is not focusing right now. Okay, so first off, the first couple messages that I'm getting with the 7 of Cups, this is kind of like when we have an idea, we have a lot of options in front of us. We might be wondering, okay, what do we do? What do we go towards? The Knight of Swords is like this impulse, like I'm just gonna choose all these different things. I'm gonna try out a bunch of different things. We're gonna see what works. But I get that there's this sort of fear from you guys about not knowing what the outcome is. And so I feel like there's this reluctance to actually go in a very particular direction because you don't know what the outcome will be, and so it's holding you back from making certain choices. So what you guys need to know right now is that the outcome is literally up to you. Whatever you desire, you can create whatever outcome that you want. So this 7 of Cups is like, yeah, we have all these options in front of us and we're thinking about, okay, which one gives me the best outcome? Which one gives me the winning outcome with the 6 of Wands? There isn't a particular choice that's going to give you the best outcome. It's really what you do with that choice. So you could choose any of the outcomes. So what I want you guys to know right now is that your message is you can choose any of these options, and they will all have the potential to have a successful outcome. Because we have the 6 of Wands, this is all about the successful outcome, right? But the Moon is the mystery. It's like, okay, there's that fear that we do not quite know, but you guys have to hop into the unknown to find out, right? And so what your message is right now is that you can actually create any outcome. Literally any outcome. We have the 7 of Pentacles, we have the card of success, okay? We have the King of Wands, which he's always successful. He's like a business person, he's successful in like whatever endeavor that he does. But this is about you guys being able to just make that decision and make that choice and go for it. So your advice, what you guys need to know right now, choose one and put all of your heart into it, because you'll never get a successful outcome as long as you have multiple options. Okay, we need to pick one. Sure, sometimes people like to have a plan B because it makes them feel more comfortable. But the thing is, if you guys read the book Think and Grow Rich, all the people who have ever created the most successful things in their life actually did not have a plan B. They were like, I'm setting out to do this, and I'm not accepting failure as an option. If you do not have failure as an option for yourself, if you don't have plan Bs, you won't fall back on them, and you'll never give up on your dream. You'll keep going for it, because the only time that we fail at something is when we stop trying. The only time that you fail at something is when you let an obstacle doom you as failure, but that is your choice. You could choose that this obstacle is just an obstacle and you can keep going, and just realize that that was just a detour, or something that you needed to learn, or just wasn't the right fit for you, and then you keep going to chase after your goal in a different manner, or you just keep going in the same manner and trying again. So yeah, your message is go for it. Pick one and be so confident in it that you're not giving up on it. So this is literally the advice that you guys need to know right now. The only way to be successful is to plant that goal, do it every single day without having plan B options. The plan B options are what is making you clouded. Because anytime, imagine, this is the best way I can explain this. Okay, so I'm sorry for if this gets lengthy, but I feel like this is such an important message for you guys regarding this one. So imagine that all of these different cups are all the different options that you guys are having in front of you. You're like, oh, I could do this with my life, or I could do this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this. And you're like, I don't know, which one's the right one? I don't know. Okay, they all have the potential to be the right one, but the problem that you guys are having is that you're putting your energy a little bit by little bit into each of them, because you're thinking like, ooh, maybe this, ooh, maybe this. And imagine every time you think of something, that's what you're putting your energy towards. But if you're putting your energy towards all of everything because you're not really sure which one that you want, you're wasting your energy. All of these cups are only getting 5% of your energy, or 15%, or whatever the case is going to be, however many options that you have in front of you. They're not getting your full capacity. Therefore, they're never becoming something that is rewarding, because you're never giving them your full attention. It'll never become something good. If you're trying to master 7 different instruments at once, and you're learning them all at once, it's going to take forever before you become a master at one of those instruments, because you're learning so many at once. You can only dedicate such and such amount of time to it if you're trying to learn them all at once. So what you guys need to do, your advice right now, is that you need to pick one direction. Okay? One direction. You just got to go for it with pure, utter confidence and pure dedication, because these cards right here, this is like choosing, making your decision, being confident in it, and working at it every single day, and not accepting failure as any outcome, not accepting a plan B as an outcome, and just absolutely doing it, dedicating yourself to it. And that's what's going to bring you the success. There's not going to be a mysterious ending if you choose one and you keep going at it and you don't ever choose failure as an option. Then failure will never be an option if you never allow it to be an option. It'll just be an obstacle at the end of the day. So that's your biggest advice via your tarot cards right now. We're going to see the other cards that we have coming up to give more insight into what's happening over here, but this is just such a clear, powerful message in this group pile number 1. So yes, don't keep fiddling in all the different pawns. Choose one and go with that one, okay? So the next card that we have over here, we have the Sun, which is ruled by Leo. Very fun, very interesting. So this is about being the spotlight, putting all of your energy into one thing, being loyal to one thing, choosing that one thing and just going after it like a tiger, okay? And the King of Wands is actually fire signs, so this could be this Leo type of energy, this confident energy of like, okay, I don't accept failure as an option. I'm gonna keep going at it, and I don't care what other people think of me, because some of you guys might be like, oh my God, there's all these different reasons why you maybe are holding yourself back from doing one or the other thing that you have in mind, okay? So pick one and put your soul into it. The Sun is also talking about your soul, right? What your soul desires, putting all of your energy into that thing and dedicate. This is dedication, not giving up in the sign of adversity, right? I give this example sometimes because it's such a good example, but say you're at home and you're wanting to do a road trip to the beach, and you know that it's going to take you such and such amount of hours to get to the beach. And for example, red lights are like the little obstacles because we have to wait. They're a little bit of a setback. If you allow one red light to be your failure and you're like, oh, I hit a red light, never mind, we can't make it to the beach, guys, we're going back home. That just doesn't make sense, right? Because you're giving up before you even really try, because you know you can get there. You can get from your house to the beach no matter how many red lights you hit, as long as you keep going. Some days are better than others. Some days you'll have a lot more green lights and maybe you get green lights the whole way through, or sometimes you reach every single red light. Those days happen. But if you have the willpower, if you just put your soul into this and you don't give up on those red lights, you're still gonna get to the beach. It might take you a little bit of extra time, but you're still gonna get there. So this is letting you know that your outcome can be whatever you want it to be, as long as you dedicate to that outcome and you say, this is gonna be my outcome and I'm gonna keep going until I get there, and not saying no at the sign of adversity. And then we also have Taurus. So get comfortable, guys, and also get the ball rolling. It's interesting because some of you guys might be feeling like, oh, well, I changed my mind halfway through. No. Once you get the ball rolling, like, it's hard to get a Taurus moving, right? Because Taurus is the bull. It's hard to get a bull moving, but once it's moving, it's unstoppable. It's like trying to move a really big boulder down a mountain. The first few hours of really trying to push that boulder is going to be so difficult. But once you just move it even just a little bit, moving it after that gets easier and easier and easier, and all of a sudden it's impossible to stop. Once that boulder's rolling down the mountain, you won't even stop it at that point. So what your guys' message is to put your soul into something to the point where you're unstoppable. Yes, it's going to be hard to gain the momentum at first, but then guess what? Once that ball's rolling, ooh, success there on out. But you have to stick to it. If you stop trying to push that boulder, it's gonna stop moving. But then once it's moving, that momentum, it carries you. And then we also have the 10th house, which is ruled by Capricorn. So this card right here talks about your career, the climb of that mountain, okay? So the mountain goat climbing the mountain. The mountain goat knows it wants to get to the top of the mountain. Yes, there's going to be obstacles. It might go down one path and realize that, oop, can't go down that one because there's a dead end here. I have to go down a few feet and then try a different path, But that mountain goat's gonna make it up. And it learns the skills along the way about how to climb that mountain. And then they're like the master mountain climbers. So you guys can be that master mountain climber. You just have to keep trying and keep going in that direction, okay? And if there's one path that doesn't work out, guess what? There's gonna be another path that does. So keep going. You're gonna gain the skill set along the way. 10th house is also about a lot of career recognition. We have a lot of this material stuff, so this can be something that pays off really, really well for you. This can be something that's very successful, but you have to have a success mindset. You have to know that you are dedicating to this and you're not backing out. You're not backing down. That's like the most important part here. Then we also have sacred reverence. Ooh, you guys. Beautiful card. So this is about gaining the key. There is a way. If there's a will, there's a way. If you need to get through this lock, there is a key for that lock. You know, you're not only allowed to do a certain amount of things. Like, your soul isn't just bound to working a 9-to-5 job at a bank. Your soul is not, stuck to whatever it is that you think that you're stuck to. Your options are endless. You can unlock any door that you want to. There's a key to unlock it. It's not like if there's a lock, there's a key that exists. So if there's something that you want, there's a way that exists. There's a way that exists, okay? Whew, powerful stuff so far, you guys. It also deals with mastery as well, because we have mastery number 11 when we add those two up. And so this, this is time to really sink into your divine knowledge and your talents that you have. And then we also do have willing release over here. So this one equals a 4. So this is about setting up the proper foundations, releasing the things that don't serve you. Stop doing the old habits, because the more that you do the old habits that, the regular things that you do, if you get home from your current job and then you do the same thing every day and then you go to sleep hoping for change, really, change is never going to come. Willing release needs to happen. So you need to release your old ways, your old habits, your old routines, and start implementing new things, even if they're small at first. Start implementing those new things, and that's a step in the right direction, right? All right. Then the next two cards that we have over here, we have the little star, divine. My inner child is whole and complete. So that's very interesting. Then we also have the lost star, rebirth, out of the darkness into the light. Wow. So rebirth, you guys. We're going through a rebirth. You guys are coming out of the darkness of, I don't know what to do and I don't know what the outcome is. The outcome isn't what matters. Yes, we're walking into something that's unknown, and the outcome might be wildly unpredictable. But guess what? As long as you have your outcome in mind and you just keep taking steps in that direction, that will be your outcome. The outcome is only unpredictable if you have so many different options in front of you and your energy is scattered, then yes, you're gonna get some unpredictable outcomes, because that's what this is. But if you just pick something and you stick to it, your outcome will be whatever you want that outcome to be. But you need to stick to creating that, no matter how much failure you come across. Then we also, we have this little star, divine, my inner child is whole and complete. So what do you really want inside? What is something that you've longed for a long time? Because this is going to be the thing that you have the most energy for. This is going to be the thing that calls to your soul the most. So what is that? What is it, the thing that you want to do the absolute most above all? And how do we make that occur? How do we make that happen? I also totally just dropped that card on the floor. Hold on a second. All right, so here we go. What is that thing that really calls to your soul the most? What is it, something that you feel natural at, that you feel like you're really good at, right? And with that being said, we are going to roll these dice. We're going to try to get any last information on this reading for you guys, so let's see what comes up. First house, okay, so that is ruled by Aries. We have Virgo, which is changing your schedules and routines. And then we also have Saturn. So those things, the limitations that we believe exist, don't actually exist. We also have the number 3 over here. So this deals with being able to enjoy yourself, celebrate yourself, okay? This is all about the enjoyment process. Have fun with it, but it's going to require us changing up our old routines with that Virgo over here, breaking down our limiting beliefs with Saturn, healing those limiting beliefs that we've had, realizing that we are so beyond worthy, okay, solidifying into this. Saturn is also about dedication. We also have the 10th house, which is ruled by Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. So very interesting stuff over here. The fact that we have all of these kind of like correlations happening over here. This is all about your willpower to dedicate. And yes, sometimes it's a slow process, but once you get that boulder rolling, it's unstoppable. Completely unstoppable, but it requires a change in our routine. Making a sure decision with that number 1 over here, the first house, which is Aries, jumping into it. Jumping right on into it. We also have a lot of that fire sign energy that keeps coming up and a lot of earth sign energy. Lots of fire and earthy energy happening. So that is all about what are you really passionate about? Let's dedicate. Let's make a proper schedule and routine. Let's stick to it until we get there. That's it. That's the goal. And that 3 energy is here to support you. So sometimes we're making really good connections. Sometimes we have to focus on the connections that we're making. We also have another 4. When you take 1 and 3, it equals a 4, which is again, all about that foundation. Let's set the proper foundation to build this house on it. And let's not stop until the house is done. Yes, we might run into some problems. Maybe we're gonna realize that, ooh, one of the walls fell down because we had a windstorm while we were trying to put it up. But is that going to make you stop building the house on that foundation? No, you're going to get right back up to it until that house is done, okay? So whatever goal you have in mind, don't give up until it's done. This is the message that we have for you guys. Pile number 1, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, so group number 2, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading, so let's hop right into it. All right, so group number 2, here's what we have for you guys. We have the Ace of Wands, we have the 4 of Swords, we have the 2 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and the Strength card. So very interesting stuff to start us off. What I'm really feeling for this off the bat is I think you guys are going to get re-inspired by something brand new. I also see that some sort of important connection coming into your life with this 2 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles. I think that this is either going to be a very important friendship, business partnership, romantic partnership. So it could be any of those above options. For some of you guys, this could be a business thing. You guys could be going into business with a friend of yours or hiring somebody for your business, something like that. Or for some of you guys, this might be a romantic connection as well, but somehow this is going to be very beneficial for each of you. This could also be a very important friendship that's blossoming as well, that's going to teach you so many different things. But for you guys, pile number 2, It's also interesting you chose pile number 2 because 2s are partnerships. So that's also kind of interesting right there. But this friendship is going to be something that's very inspiring. It's blossoming, it's new. It's going to be there's going to be a lot of passionate like connections. And that can also happen in a friendship as well. Like, you know, you think about friends that you just get along with so well that it's just so exciting to be around them. That's this Ace of Wands energy. There's like this new beginning that's happening. This could also be somebody who offers like a lot of new perspectives on life that allows you and helps you to see life in a very fun, exciting new way. And yeah, it's just blossoming, it's growing. Butterflies might be a total sign for some of you guys. We have this butterfly sticking out over here. Some of you guys, it might be flowers or plants or something like that. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing this sort of like synchronistic sort of energy as they come into your life. And they're going to offer you a lot of confidence, a lot of strength. This person's going to really build you up in a lot of really good ways. Yeah, and I'm also feeling like it's relaxing. You guys can let down your guard when you're around them. This person's going to make you feel more comfortable than you ever have. I really think this is such a deep, beautiful connection that makes you feel more comfortable than ever. It's like you guys can just be vulnerable. You guys can be yourselves around them. And I think that's going to be something that's so beautiful. I think it's going to be beyond anything that you've experienced thus far in your life. And yeah, this card, this 2 of Cups, is just confirmation of that connection that you're making with someone new. So yeah, this is just such a beautiful energy that I'm feeling from this this pile, you guys. Yeah, and that 3 of Pentacles, they're going to be someone who's very like dedicated with you. I think they also offer a brand new perspective, one that you haven't really had before in your life. So this person's going to offer like a new way of looking at things and a new idea, new perspective. I think that you guys might be a little bit different from each other, but at the same time, it's still just this amazing connection. And that's why I think that they expand you in so many ways. That's why I think that you guys kind of like are able to let down your guard and be really vulnerable with them because they're really authentic with you. They let down their guard with you. It's just this new, you know, we're exploring new realms with this person. It just feels this good energy. Then we do also have this Strength card over here. So this person, yeah, is going to teach you a lot about confidence. I think that you're going to feel more confident in yourself than ever because this person kind of just like fills you with that confidence. This person sees you in such a good light, and I think that they really build you up. And that's where we get this new profound confidence. And yeah, I think they're going to change a lot of your life. I think you're going to gain new interests by being around this person. It's just going to be exciting. Yeah, there's a total exciting energy from this pile. I don't know what else to say other than that. There's just this exciting, great energy that I'm getting from this reading, you guys. Pile number 2. Yeah, it just seems like they have like a whole belief system about the world that I think you're going to be very intrigued by. I think it's going to really, you two complement each other. That's all I can say is you two complement each other very well. There is something new that they're bringing to the table, some like new expansive interests that maybe you haven't even thought of before, things like that, but it's very complementary to you. That's all I can say is it's very complementary. Then we have Sagittarius confirming that, you know, there's a lot of learning to do in this relationship. I think that there's this whole new expansion perspective, mindset. Like with your beliefs, this person's going to help expand your beliefs, expand your horizons into new areas, into new hobbies, to new routines. Like Sagittarius is such an amazing card coming up. So yeah, that's confirmation that you guys are definitely going to be on this like almost new path with this person. Then we also have the Psyche and we have Mars. All right. So Psyche talks about our subconscious mind. It's the asteroid of, you know, a bit of the subconscious, what's going on in our minds. So I feel like you and this person have this deep connection where you two really just get each other. You two almost have the same sense of humor. You guys have the same like mindset. You two have the same like just like communicating like abilities. I think that you almost kind of read each other's minds. You just know how the other person's feeling. You know what they're thinking. You know that they fully accept you. And there's this passionate energy. This Mars coming up is just confirming this passionate energy between you two. I just think that all in all, it's just this beautiful relationship that's coming into your guys' life. The next two that we have over here, we have Smoke and Mirrors and then Into Me I See. So yeah, this person really gets you. Like I was saying before with the Psyche card, this person, they fully complement you, and you're able to see into their inner soul. They're able to see into your inner soul. It's something that it fits. And I do think that there's going to be a lot of synchronicities. I think that there's going to be like deja vu between you two, things like that. You two also might be in each other's dreams prior to this, because we have that Psyche asteroid coming up. So yeah, wow. Yeah, you two definitely very much get each other. Even when there's like moments of, not fully explaining your deeper thoughts, this person still just sees right through you and right into you, and you see right through into them. So you two get along very well. I'm really feeling this great energy where you two just really get each other. And I also think that this person's going to help you remove your delusions or illusions about yourself. So, the parts of yourself that feel insecure and things like that, I think this person's going to help you realize that those are just illusions. They're going to really help you see the real you. They're going to help you discover the real you. And I think you're going to do the same for them. So vice versa. But yeah, you two are definitely helping each other become more authentic than ever before. And just being around each other is this really good connection. We also have the number 6 numerologically with the 4 and the 2, and that is when we're in harmony. So this person's just in harmony with you. All the things like we were saying, the compatibility is on fire over here. Then we do have, this card with the number 8. So the number 8 is about taking risks and chances, which reminds me a little bit of this Sag energy. So I think that this person's going to really help you expand, like I said before, expand your horizons. But I think that you're going to be trying new things that you've never tried before. We're moving in directions that we've never been before. Yeah, we're definitely trying new things. Ace of Wands, Sag, that 8 energy over there. Whew, this person's bringing in a whole new world for you. This is so fun. Okay, and then the next card we have Astaroth, the cosmos, ascend. I connect to oneness and expand my awareness. And then we have Father of the sky, God. I release weight of the world from my shoulders. This looks like freaking Jason Momoa right here, Aquaman. I wonder if that is Jason Momoa. That's so funny. That looks exactly like Jason Momoa. Anyway, this person's going to really help. I think that they're of assistance for you. I release the weight of the world from my shoulders. I think that this person really wants to help you. Whenever you have a lot going on, this person's like there for you. They're like, I want to help you get this done. I want to help you be successful. This person's going to really help you carry a lot of those older burdens. If you guys feel like you are carrying them at any time, this person's going to help carry that for you. They also might be from another culture, because this atlas, the fact that it says atlas, if you think about an atlas, that's something that shows the geography and things like that. So I really think that this person, that might be an indication that they are from another culture than you, or at least from another religious background or something along the lines of that. But they offer this new perspective. Then we also have this cosmos, ascend. I connect to oneness and expand my awareness. So this card fits in so well as well. This is all about expansion, expanding your awareness. The cosmos, it's like the stars are aligning for you to kind of like really connect with this person. Yeah. I connect to oneness. So you two will feel like one. And that person will definitely help you expand your awareness. This is so fun. I love this. This is just such a beautiful reading so far, you guys. I'm really excited for you guys, pile number 2. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll these astro dice. Let's see what else we get. Also, I do want to mention that we have a 7 over here. So this is some kind of like spiritual awakening energy. This person's definitely going to expand you spiritually and want to help you in that way. And then we have a number 9 over here, which is all about completing old phases. So this person's going to help you really ascend to a new level. They're helping you move on to like a new version of you, a new chapter of your life. That's the word I'm looking for. A new chapter of your life. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll our astro dice. And let's see what we get. Pile number 2. So we have the number 4 coming up. We have Mercury. We have the first house, and we have Aquarius. Okay. So interesting. Some of you guys, this person might be an Aquarius for some of you. Maybe even a Gemini or a Virgo, since we have Mercury coming up, or maybe even an Aries, since we have Mars and we have the first house. Maybe even a Sag, since we literally had Sag come up over here. Multiple different options. Pisces is the one that is more of this Psyche asteroid energy. So lots of different options over here. They don't have to be that in order for this to correlate, but it is kind of interesting when they do when they're very, spot on with that too. So with that being said, when we have Mercury in Aquarius in the first house, yeah, this person's definitely expanding your knowledge. This person might even be into some certain theories that really help expand your awareness, some certain maybe conspiracy theories, or they just know a lot about the world. They're very worldly. They love researching things. They love knowledge. That's why we have Mercury too. This person is a learner. They love to learn. They also love to listen as well. So I think this person's also a good listener. And they're going to really help you reach your confident state. They're really going to help stimulate your mind and expand you in that way. This is a total mental expansion, emotional expansion with that Two of Cups. But this person is just, they build you up. They help you realize who you really are. And they help you express, you might also have like some weird quirks together, some weird inside jokes that nobody else really understands, because that Aquarius and Mercury, this is like, you guys communicate on a whole other level. Sometimes you can even communicate about the craziest things, but this person just gets you. They just understand you. You can have crazy ass conversations with them. This person's just like, hello, I'm down for this. Let's do it. Yes. So that is the vibes I'm getting here, pile number 2. So this was a beautiful reading. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you guys want to see more videos like this, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. All right, so group number 3. If you guys chose this pile, let's just hop right into your guys' reading. All right, so group number 3. Let's see what we got over here. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords being reversed. We have the 6 of Swords. We have the 4 of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles being reversed, and then the 8 of Swords. So first off, there is something that needs to be said. Something that needs to be brought to the surface, but we're not quite doing that yet because Ace of Swords is reversed. We kind of avoiding a certain situation. We're trying to play it easy. We're trying to take the easy way out when we have 6 of Swords over here. There's some sort of bittersweetness. So maybe there's a goal that we have in mind. There's something that we want. There's something that we really desire, but maybe we're still attached to an old thing that we need to let go of, or I'm getting 2 different messages from here. There's also something that you guys might need to stand up about. There's something that you guys deserve and that you guys want, but we are maybe afraid to communicate it. So maybe if you guys have a certain thing or a certain project that you're working on, or maybe this even deals with a relationship, that you have a goal in mind, but it seems to be steering in the wrong direction, we need to bring it back to the right direction. We need to really stick our guns out on this one and speak up about what it is that we want, instead of just letting it pass by, instead of just hoping that it goes in the right direction without saying the proper things. So you guys really need to speak about something, or this can be talking about a relationship or something that we need to let go of that we're still tied to because there's some sort of unfinished business over here. Yeah, there's definitely an unfinished business sort of feeling. We really need to speak up about something that it is that we want in order to get the outcome that we desire, because right now it's like we're blocking ourselves off from the proper outcome that we're wanting, and we feel trapped by it maybe. We feel like we've kind of found ourselves in a place that we didn't really want to be in. So this can happen when we, go into a relationship that we didn't really expect it to last a long time, but then we accidentally end up falling in love, and then we're like, ooh, whoops. And then we accidentally get these attachment things, and we're like, oh no. Or, this could play out in so many different ways. That's just like one example, right? But this could play out in so many different ways. But somehow you guys are feeling a bit trapped by something, like you can't really leave it. This also signifies that kind of trapped feeling. It's like we need to fully accept ourselves. For one, we need to welcome ourselves inside of the home, inside of the warmth, to be able to speak about what it is that's on our minds. But yeah, there's a goal that we have in mind or something that we want. This might even deal with a pentacle person or a material manifestation, because this could be career. It could be talking about something around career, or it can be talking about a relationship with maybe a pentacle person, which is Capricorn or Taurus or Virgo. So either way, it doesn't have to be those signs, but just since we do have the King of Pentacles coming up, I did want to point that out. But this can also be talking about just, what we desire. And yeah, we need to speak up about it, but we're holding ourselves back. So why are you holding yourselves back? Okay, there's something that we need to say clearly, right? Let's stop avoiding the situation, because this is saying that maybe we're avoiding it right now, or maybe we're trying to skip around our true thoughts. But we really need to actually come to terms with our true thoughts and realize and gain the confidence to speak them and to hold our vision that we desire. Okay, so we really need to stand by what it is that we want and make sure that we get that. Okay, and not just half-ass it, if that makes sense. And also for some of you guys, this deals with we're holding on too tightly still because we have some unfinished business in some sort of relationship. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling those types of vibes from this pile. So figure out how that is correlated to you. And our next few cards that we have Virgo, waning crescent, and then we have Aquarius. So with this Virgo card coming up, this is interesting. So you guys need to be picky about the situation. You really need to get a little bit more picky. You tend to let things slide. I'm getting this feeling that you tend to let things slide. We need to start getting a little bit more picky and a little bit more precise with our wording, a little bit more precise with our demands. We also need to go through a bit of a healing as well, because Virgos deals with healing. Then you guys also have waning crescents. This is when we're approaching a new moon once again. So we're almost ready for this new stage, but not quite yet. There's unfinished business. There's still things that we really need to hash out and work out before we enter this new cycle and this new stage of our life. There's things that we need to bring to the surface before we get what it is that we want. Because if we do not figure this out, we won't have that new thing that we're hoping for. It's not going to come to the proper fruition. So in order to get the proper fruition of this, we need to complete whatever it is that's unfinished. We need to have those talks that are very important for us to have, and we need to stick by our guns about what it is that we deserve and what it is that we want, right? Then we do also have Aquarius over here. So Aquarius popping up, we need to think outside of the box a little bit. Aquarius deals with thinking outside of the box, also thinking about the big picture as well. So think about that big picture, think outside of the box, and start getting your communication on point. Start communicating those different things. This also gives me a vibe that this is a situation that you guys haven't ever been in before. And so it might be a little bit confusing, and it might feel like a harder thing that you're facing right now. It's just because you guys haven't ever been in this situation before. So yeah, it's a little bit new. It brings in a fresh new thing, but we're going to learn a lot from it, okay? So it's okay. It's okay at the end of the day. Your advice is to really speak up about what it is that you want and hold and stick to your guns about what it is that you want. Then we also have in perfect harmony. I think that this situation is going to turn out just fine when we see this card, but we really have to focus on what it is that we want. We have to create this harmony, because right now there's this imbalance. It's dissonant. Okay, it's not really fitting together well. And I think that that's why you guys feel uncomfortable right now. That's why you have things to speak about, because there's this uncomfortability with that Eight of Swords. There's something that we're not feeling. We're feeling a bit like we got kind of trapped into a situation. We need to even out the playing fields. We need to really speak about what it is that we want so we can bring the harmony back. Then we also have wish upon a star. So make this wish. I do think that your wish can very much come true in this situation. Whether you guys want to let go of this smoothly, whether you guys want to keep the harmony, whether you guys want to keep the peace and have it work out okay. Make this intention. This pile is saying set those intentions and let's stick to it. Let's stick to those things that we want, okay? So that's the important stuff that's happening right now. Then we also have Ethusa, Sun Goddess, lift off. I open my senses to feel delicious pleasure and passion. So lift off, ascend yourself. There's something that you really want to take off the ground. There's something that you might want to leave behind, or there's something that you really want to, this is either like the lift off of a new business that really needs to be hashed out, and there's unfinished business that we need to create before we can have our celebration or our lift off of the business, or this is talking about a relationship that we kind of need to let go of, and we need to ascend above this because we know that we deserve better, and we don't need to fall into this, we have to stick by what we deserve, okay? So lift off. Then we also have the Star Mother Love. The Universal Mother loves and supports me totally. So you're being supported through this situation. This is just a really important lesson that I think that you guys are learning in the moment. So I think that this is a universal lesson for you guys, and it's not something that you guys need to worry about, but you guys do need to follow your gut instincts, follow that intuition, because it's going to be guiding you in the proper place. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll our Astro dice all together. Let's see what we get for pile number 3. We have Aquarius coming up again, so yes, okay, we need to think outside of the box. We have the first house. The first house has come up for absolutely everyone so far. Then we have the number 6 and the number 2. Okay, it wanted to change there, so we have 6 and 2. So that could be an 8 for you guys. This is about taking risks and taking chances. Also creating that harmony again, because 6 deals with harmony. And then yeah, that 2 is certain partnerships will be very important. Yeah, so this will be talking about some sort of partnership. This might be a business partnership. This could be a romantic partnership, something like that. So Jupiter deals with expansion, so we have to expand outside of our box. We're in a box right now. We need to gain the confidence to really speak about what it is that we want. Yes, our ideas might be a little bit out there and it could be difficult to attain these ideas, but we need to focus on what it is that we want. We need to expand in that direction. We need to know that we deserve that. We deserve to do all of these things. We definitely need to expand, yeah, in your mind, in the world, the worldly matters that are around you, and being able to communicate those things, staying fixed, because Aquarius is a fixed sign, so staying fixed on what it is that you desire to do and create, and expanding through there out of the limitations that you might currently feel. There's something that's holding you back there. You might feel stuck. We need to expand beyond. This is about going beyond that, okay? So we're ready for something new. We're ready for something bigger. We're ready to ascend to a higher level. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. And if anything doesn't fit with that higher level, it's time to let it go. If there's a partnership that does not fit that higher level, it's time to find something new, baby, okay? So that's what I want you guys to know, pile number 3. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated for you. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you guys want to see more videos like this. And if so, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, pile 4, let's talk about it. If you guys chose this pile, let's get right into it. All right, pile number 4, what you guys need to know right now, let's get into it. So we have the 5 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, the Empress, the Knight of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, and Death. So let's talk about what I'm seeing over here. So with this 5 of Wands, there's some sort of conflicting stuff that's going on over here with this 5 of Wands. And with the 3 of Swords, yeah, this is something that's definitely getting to us emotionally. Making us feel, yeah, there's lots of thoughts that are happening. With the Empress over here, I immediately felt like for some of you guys, this will deal with your mother. So maybe some of you guys, there's arguments happening with your mother or just conflicting ideas. This could also be a family member or a friend or a lover as well. It doesn't have to be your mother. This can show up in multiple different ways. It could even be society, but there's conflicting ideas. Somehow we feel a little bit about, like, I'm getting this rebel vibe. Like you guys kind of want different things, but you're trying to maybe please one person and also please yourself. And it's kind of conflicting and we're like, okay, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go from here. So there's something that I think that you guys are a little bit worried about, and it's regarding the opinions of someone in your family, okay? So definitely getting those types of vibes over here. But the answer to this is going for what it is that you're passionate about. With this Knight of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, there's some sort of change that needs to be implemented. So with that death is regarding some sort of change that needs to be made. And this change is like, this is going after what it is that you want to go after, right? This is all about acting on your own passions, what it is that you're passionate about. You're unique. We don't need to follow in everyone else's footsteps because you're your own person, right? You have different desires. You have different goals. This is about getting out of the people-pleasing mentality. So for you guys, what I'd really say, advice, what you guys need to know right now, this is about leaving behind. Yes, there's going to be a little bit of conflict. Not everyone's going to like what it is that you're doing, but you're you at the end of the day, and you didn't get put on this planet to please anyone else. You didn't get put on this planet to live your life according to others' expectations of you or what they want for you, right? So what you guys need to know and what you guys need to implement into your life a little bit more is focusing on what it is that you want. And I do see a little bit of this juggling of still maybe balancing. You guys have this desire to people please. You have this desire to make others happy, but I think that that's going to be something that's changing for you. That's why we have this death card. We're going through a change where it's like, I think you guys are going to be focusing so much more upon what you want, because you know what's best for you. If you're not passionate about a certain thing, you're never going to do it well, right? So if somebody's pushing you to be a lawyer and you really hate law and you're like, I could never do this, you're not going to be a great lawyer if you're not passionate about it. So there's no point in pursuing it, because you'll never, it just takes so much life out of you to be able to do something that you do not enjoy doing, and to be able to do it well if you don't have a passion for it is very difficult. So this is about having those important conversations and realizing that you need to focus on what makes you happy at the end of the day, because that way you're going to do it well, and you're probably going to be much more successful in it, because anytime you do something well, you'll probably be, the chances of you being successful in that are like way higher, like significantly higher than just, working at a bank and like doing that job because it brings security, right? Do and place yourself where you make the most value for yourself and others. And that place is following what makes you passionate. Okay, so that's some very interesting advice that we have coming up in this pile so far. So with that being said, let's get into our astrology cards. We have the second house, we have the last quarter moon, and we have Lilith. So, second house, the material things, what it is that makes us feel comfortable. It's all ruled by Taurus. So what is it that makes you feel comfortable? I almost get this working from home vibe happening over here from this card. Something that makes you feel comfort. Following what makes you feel comfort. Instead of balancing out two different things, this also deals with your finances as well, your material world. You might want and desire different things than what is conventional, and that's totally fine. And I think that's also why we have Lilith over here, because Lilith is the rebel. So when we have Lilith coming up, that's the rebel asteroid. Follow what makes you happy, no matter what other people say, no matter what society says, because it's just leading to disappointment if you follow that. Like, almost imagine the spread, because I'm also seeing this in a very interesting way of like, this is why we have this black and white. So there's this direction or there's this direction. This direction of following the people-pleasing mentality brings heartbreak and conflict. Going in this direction, what your passions, inspiration, juggling a lot of different things, and change. When this, by the way, when death is upright, it's actually very good change. So this card's actually so positive. It's going to bring about, it's going to change your whole world. It's going to change your whole life. And Knight of Wands is moving you in a direction that you want to go in. So this is about switching directions, switching gears towards what it is that you do want. That's why we have this last quarter moon, because it's like, we have this and we have this. Which one do you want? Which way are we going to go? What direction? There's the rebel side, or there's the security side of like, but look at, like, the security side does not look good at all. I really think that you guys can have both either way, but we're kind of weighing out our options over here. We're like, okay, what is the best? The best is going to be always following what makes you happy and passionate, because then you're going to do it well, like I said. So that's my advice over there. With that being said, I do think that it's going to require you really proving yourself a little bit, but you don't have to prove yourself to anyone at all, especially if you're an adult. But sometimes, if you guys are still like at home with your parents, sometimes we have to really show what we're capable of. So there's times that we need to do things like that. Then we also do have this card over here, feeling the world. We have the number 13 on it. This is setting those proper foundations. Make the foundation. You guys also don't have to people please. This card deals with feeling the world. You guys are highly empathic. So looking at this card, you guys feel others' emotions, and I think that's why you're so keen on people pleasing, is because you're like, oh, I can feel what my mother wants of me and what she thinks of me, and I want to make her happy. But guess what? Who are you here to make happy at the end of the day? Your mom's responsible for her own happiness, if that's the case, or like whoever this person is. They could be your spouse or friend or whatever the case may be. They're responsible for their own happiness, and you're responsible for your own happiness. So you go create yours, and they can go create their own, right? You don't have to live your life according to other people, and you never should, in my opinion. So we have that card coming up, and then we do also have the Royal You. This is putting on the crown of what you desire to create the abundance that you want, which you are absolutely more than capable of, because going in this direction, yeah, if you're not doing it with passion, it's probably not going to be your best effort and your best work that you've ever done before. Going in this direction, baby, abundance, happiness, rewards, feeling like your life is a rewarding life. So yeah, these are the two options. Living life for other people, feeling the weight of the world constantly, or being in your ultimate power, doing what it is that pleases you. And at the end of the day, that's all people want for us. They want us to be happy. That's why they have all these great ideas for us, but they might not be the greatest ideas. They're just doing what they think is best in that moment. So this is about you letting go of people pleasing and focusing on what it is that you want. Then we also have the sacred orchard, co-create. My abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. So as long as you have this abundance mindset, ooh, you guys will make anything happen. Look at that golden apple over there. So if you guys can be a rebel, because the golden apple is very associated with being a rebel, right? You know, doing the unorthodox, going after what it is that you desire, I think you're going to be able to create a lot of abundance in your life. As long as you have confidence in yourself and you keep going in that direction, I really think that there's a lot of potential over there. Then we do also have Eucopius, the seer, visionary. I chart the stars, signs, and symbols to craft magic. So, wow, you guys, who has magic within? It's you. It's you that has magic within. So this is about visualizing that future that you desire. So what you guys need to hear right now is to go after what it is that you desire. Stop that people pleasing. Let's go after what you desire. There might even be a little bit of that co-creation energy. That's why we also maybe have a bit of that Two of Pentacles in here. But this is about going after what you desire and not saying no to yourself. So I chart the stars, signs, and symbols to craft magic. Some of you guys might be interested in learning a little bit more about that sort of aspect of the world. I also think that that card in general is just talking about the magic that you have within. I really think that there's a lot of signs that are going to be pointing you towards following what it is that you guys want to do with your life. I think that that's going to be something that's very important. It's also interesting. I've never laid out the cards like this before. I usually do it like in a very different way, but for you guys in particular, I was like, oh, I'm feeling a bit of that rebel energy in this pile. Let's like place these cards in a very different way than we normally do. So there you go, guys, going in the unconventional direction. So let's roll our astro dice and see what comes up. So we have 1, step into your power. We have Aries, which is ruled by the first house. This is all about you stepping into your own power, your own ego, your own self, what it is that you want, following what it is that makes you passionate. That's why we have the 5th house. And so this is following that creative energy. If you guys are a very creative person, it's time to chase after your creativity, because otherwise it's not going to be very rewarding for you. Let's go in the rewarding way, because that's where the rewards are. And then we also have Neptune. This is all artsy. This is all about the arts. I'm feeling this creative energy. It's all around the arts, the media, things like that. I really think that there's a lot of potential for you guys in that area. And I think that this is telling you to go after what it is that you desire. It could be unconventional. It could be very daydreamy. It could be a dream that you guys have that people look at that they're like, huh? What? I don't understand it. Because Neptune is like, we have rose-colored glasses. We're seeing life in our deepest fantasy. And let's chase after that, because this is about making that happen. This is about the materialization of that. That's why we have the 2nd house, the materialization of what it is that you guys really want to do in life. So that is what you guys, that's what we have for your guys' message, all about what it is that you guys need to know right now. I hope this resonated for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this message. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and if you guys want to see more videos like this. And if so, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! All right, so pile number 5, you guys chose this one. Let's hop right into your guys' reading. Okay, so pile 5. I just want to say you guys chose this Lemurian crystal, and I've been feeling some energies from this crystal lately, so it's very interesting that you guys chose this one, because this deals with Lemuria. This is some like unearthed ancient magic, okay? So it's interesting that you guys were drawn to that, because this is just, yeah, we're tapping into some ancient magic right now. So the 2 of Swords is the first card that we have. Then we have the Queen of Swords right here. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles, Temperance, the Hermit being reversed, and then the 10 of Pentacles to end us off, which is just so beautiful. So what you guys need to know right now, there is something that you guys are not quite seeing right now, and it could deal with this with like a new opportunity that you guys want to create. So with that 2 of Swords, this talks about us like we're covering up our heart, we're covering up our eyes, maybe we're even talking down to ourselves in something. Maybe there's a goal that we have in mind. There's something that we really want to manifest. There's something that we really want to do. And this deals with career most likely, or something that we want to buy. It could be a big purchase that we want to make, or this could deal with certain career aspects and things like that. But somehow we're not quite seeing how we can make that happen. There's some sort of new beginning that you guys want to create, but you're closed off to how that can happen, or like a particular form of success that you guys want to attain. Somehow it seems like you guys are closed off to that. You guys aren't quite seeing how that can be done, right? And then we have this Queen of Swords. We're using our analytical mind. We're looking at all these different possibilities and we're like, I don't understand how I can do this. So some of you guys, yeah, we're not quite seeing how we can attain a goal of ours, but so that's like the first little half of your message right here, is like, that's like the current energies. But what your advice is, what Spirit wants you to know, what you guys need to know right now, is there is a way. The way takes a little bit of, like, you have to kind of move your energy a bit. We have to start moving our energy. The Temperance is about kind of bridging all the different things. This is alchemy, okay? So now we're mixing oil and water. We're mixing things that we didn't realize could be mixed before. So I think that there is a possibility for you to create this, but you guys aren't seeing it right now because it's mixing oil and water. It isn't just clear, cut, and dry. It's mixing different things. We're having to add a few different things together. We're having to add a few different ingredients, okay? If we want to make the vegan cake and we want to make it right, we want to make it without the eggs, sometimes we got to add in some things that we never thought we needed to add before, like applesauce, which is like, what? You know, this is just a random idea that I had come to my mind, but this kind of explains the idea. You know, the person who wanted to make the cake and still have that same gooey consistency to make the cake stick together and was like, oh, if we don't have eggs, it can't happen. That's kind of the mindset you're in right now. But then some smart person was like, applesauce. It takes applesauce to create this. And then it's like, oh, dang. Then we come out of the shell and we're like, okay, I was only seeing the old perspective before, but now I've opened up to realize, oh, there is a way. If there's a will, there's a way. So what you guys need to hear right now is literally the words of, if there's a will, there's a way. And you will find that way, but you need to be open to finding that way. You can't just be closed off and be like, okay, well, no, I don't really, oops, totally just dropped. My phone was sitting on my lap and it just totally, anyway, we're gonna ignore that. So yes, if there's a will, there's a way. You guys maybe don't see it right now and you're not understanding how this can be attained, but trust me, I feel like you guys are gonna attain it tenfold. But this requires looking at it from a new perspective. This requires adding in some new things. So maybe there's something that you want to attain in life, but you're not realizing that maybe there's a side hustle that you could do to attain the amount of money that you want to make that big purchase that you want. Maybe there is something that you could do on the side. Maybe there's a different thing that you can implement into your current career. There's a different aspect. There's maybe another side to the situation that allows you to open up to create this outcome that you desire. There is another option. This is letting you know that you're not stuck. There is more options for you, but you're just not seeing it right now. You're saying like, oh, well, without eggs, I can't make that cake. Oh, honey, trust me, you can make that cake. Just try a few of the other ingredients and you will eventually find one. And it could be the most unexpected ingredient. Again, like applesauce. I was blown away when I learned that. That was just the wildest thing in the world. But with that being said, if there's a will, there's a way. If you guys feel like you're stuck at that point, we need to get past that mindset. We need to open up our mind and realize we need to dip our foot into a new pond. This requires dipping your foot into a new pond, implementing some new things, implementing some new ideas, coming out of your cave, coming out of your shell. Because right now you might be the hermit upright right now, which is like, or, actually the message that I'm getting from this is that you are the hermit reversed right now, who's not utilizing his inner knowledge. But if you actually become the hermit and you shine the light onto a new situation, if you go deeper into the cave with your lantern, you're going to find your answer. Okay? So this is about not doing the regular things that you've always seen before, not going in that same direction. This is about going in a brand new direction because it's going to lead you to a new outcome and a new answer, a very fulfilling outcome and a very fulfilling answer. I can tell you guys right now that You will eventually find this. I do think it's within the next 10 months that you guys will kind of come across this new idea that brings in lots of abundance and that kind of like career or material outcome that you guys have been desiring. Then we do also have the 5th house coming up. So this is about utilizing your creativity, thinking in new, unexpected ways. Okay, letting your creativity shine, not always doing the same old, same old. This could be using different modalities in your creativity to give it that new pizzazz that you want in order to give it that new flair so that you guys can head in that new direction and create this new beginning, this new kind of direction. Then we do also have Venus coming up, so let's use our love and passion. So we have 5th house, we have Venus. This is very like sacral energy and that creative push. You know, this could deal with artsy stuff, adding in a little bit more beauty into what it is that you do, adding in a little bit more of the aesthetic. So maybe redecorating something, maybe redoing something, or looking at it in a new modality. So if you're a painter, what are some new art supplies that can add in a new flair or a new character, or a new personality, a new sense of beauty, a new depth of that into what it is that you do? So that's kind of like an interesting thing that's coming up. So how can we add it? How can we make it a little bit more intriguing, or even a little bit extra curious for the eye, so that people are more drawn to it? And then we do also have the waxing crescent moon. So this is when we're building up to a full moon, but we've just kind of begun a new thing. So it's like there's something new that is still uncovered. It's not illuminated quite yet. And that's why we have this hermit over here. We need to kind of illuminate the situation a little bit more. We need to take our lantern and be willing to explore the cave a little bit more, dip our foot into new ponds. Sometimes trying different things out is going to help us out. Some of them might fail, but then we'll finally reach one that does work. So this is about not giving up on your goal and keep exploring those options. Keep dipping that foot into new ponds, because you'll eventually hit the nail on the head in that proper way, where you will get that solution and answer that you've been seeking. Then we do also have awakening genius right here. This is super colorful. So we got to add more color. So for you guys, pile number 5, you need to add some more color to what it is that you're doing. We need to add some new modalities so that we can make it more eye-catching. There's something, I keep hearing the word eye-catching. Let's explore some new things so we can make this a whole new thing, because maybe we're kind of stale in our current, we've peaked at the current thing, so we're ready for something new. We got to get our foot wet. We got to get our foot wet a little bit, you guys. We got to explore those new colors, quieting the mind. So stop like overthinking about it. Stop thinking about it till you guys exhaust yourself. Quieting the mind will unlock that creative potential once again. So this is about unlocking your creative potential again, and not always doing the same old, same old. We've peaked in this. So stop trying to do it the same old way, because we're not going to reach a new idea in this way. We need to quiet the mind. Awaken your inner genius. Your genius knows the answer, by the way. Seeing this card, you guys know this answer deep inside, but it requires some quieting the mind, meditating a little bit, and letting the answer just come to you. Setting the intention that the answer is just going to come to me. And then watch it, it will just come to you. Keep a journal by your bedside, because you might even dream about it. And when you wake up, you're going to want to write that down, honey, because dreams tend to fade quickly. Then we also do have the triple star grid, which is align. I connect and align with my higher consciousness. So this is about connecting to your higher self. Your higher self has the answer. Awakening genius, quieting the mind. I think meditation is going to help you guys reach this answer a lot. Wow. I think you're really going to get your answer through some sort of dream, trance, meditation type of state. So yes, this is about connecting and aligning yourself, even having crystals around that help raise your vibe. I really think that this is about raising your vibration, not using the logical thinking power of your mind to think about this. This is about getting into that quiet space where you unlock that creativity. Creative energy flows in an open, awakened, quiet mind. Then we also have the medicine woman heal. I nurture and nourish my mind, body, and soul. So take a moment to really nurture yourself. Focus on your mind, body, and soul. Feed yourself good food, because when you're not feeding yourself good food, your mind doesn't function as creatively and as potently as it does when you give it good fuel, right? If you're putting bad fuel into your car, you bet your bottom that car ain't gonna run right. Put good fuel inside of it. The medicine woman, heal. I nourish my body, mind, and soul. So that is going to be another really important thing for you guys, to be able to reach the right mental states to open yourself up creatively for this particular thing that you guys are wanting to get this answer for. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll these astro dice to get any last information for you guys. Pile number 5. Aquarius, Venus, and the 2nd house, and 5 over here. So this reminds me of the 5th house, which we actually had over here, which is all about your creativity. We also have Venus literally, so that's very interesting as well. This is thinking outside of the box with Aquarius over here. And this is about your material goals with the 2nd house. So this is about your finances, your career, getting into that comfortable state, quieting your mind a little bit. Taurus is really good at quieting its mind. So being able to do that to awaken the genius. Genius is literally like Aquarius. Aquarius reminds me of the word genius. I really think Aquarius invented the word genius. So connect with your higher self. Reach that sense of creativity by expanding your horizons, allowing creativity to flow. Okay, and I think that's where we're going to get our answer, by feeding yourself good food. Venus also deals with that nourishment of the body in a really healthy, beautiful way. Okay, and then doing things that you've never done before as well. Stepping outside of your comfort zones is going to be important. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 5, it's also interesting you chose 5 and we got 5 over here, and then we also have the 5th house. Very interesting, lots of 5 energy. This is all about changing things up. Doing things in a different way than you've ever done before will bring you the answer that you seek, so you can get this new beginning, this new career beginning, and so you can get your foot dipped in new ponds. Start dipping that foot in new ponds, because otherwise you don't know what exists out there. You think that you know all of the different answers, but until you get your foot wet in those new ponds, you are not going to know all of the different options that you have. You don't know exactly what they offer and what they provide and the creativity that lies beneath them, okay? So dip that foot in those new ponds, pile number 5. And that is your guys' advice. That is your guys' message about what you guys need to hear right now. I hope this resonated for you guys. If it did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video if you guys decide to join me there. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.